The silent betrayal, the friend who stole my dream. Eli sat by the window of his small Lagos apartment, staring at the busy streets below. For years, he had dreamt of building something bigger than himself, a tech startup that would change lives. Now, that dream was finally taking shape. He had secured an investment from his uncle, registered the company, and everything was moving forward. Yet, one name haunted his thoughts: Chuka. Chuka had been his best friend since childhood. They'd shared everything: school days, dreams, fears. They often spoke of building something great together. When Eli conceived his startup idea, Chuka was the first person he told. Chuka had encouraged him, pushed him to be bolder, promising they would rise together. But lately, Chuka had grown distant. Always busy, always brushing Eli off. Whenever Eli tried to involve him in the business, Chuka claimed he had other priorities. Eli had told himself it was stress. Surely, Chuka would come around. That illusion shattered when Eli received a call from his lawyer, Kemi. "Chuka's been meeting with investors," she said, voice serious. "He's pitching the idea of buying you out and taking over the company. He's been doing this for weeks." Eli's stomach dropped. "Are you sure? I've seen the documents. If you don't act fast, you could lose everything." That night, Eli didn't sleep. Every conversation, every moment replayed in his mind: the indifference, the secretive meetings, the subtle hints. It all made sense now. Chuka hadn't been building with him, he had been plotting to take it all. The next morning, Eli asked Chuka to meet. They sat at the cafe they'd visited since they were teens. Eli's heart pounded as he stared across the table. "Chuka, what's going on? I know you've been meeting investors behind my back." Chuka's face showed no remorse. His eyes were cold. "You're too focused on the little things, Eli. This business could be so much more in the right hands." Eli's chest tightened. "I built this. You were supposed to be by my side." Chuka shrugged. "You were holding it back." For a moment, the cafe's noise faded. Eli felt the weight of years of friendship unraveling in front of him. "You could have talked to me," Eli said softly. "Instead, you stabbed me in the back." Chuka gave a faint smile. "You wouldn't have listened." Eli stood abruptly, chair scraping against the floor. "You're right about one thing: you've made your decision. But I won't let you take what's mine." He walked out, heart heavy but focused. He wouldn't let this betrayal define him. In the days that followed, Eli worked relentlessly with Kemi. They filed a legal claim against Chuka and the investors he'd courted. Kemi warned him not to lose himself in the anger. "This isn't just business now. Don't let that cloud your judgment." But it was hard not to. The betrayer gnawed at him. News of the dispute spread quickly. Clients backed out, investors hesitated, and the media speculated. Eli felt the pressure, but he refused to give up. Gradually, his focus shifted. Instead of chasing what he'd lost, he worked on rebuilding. Friends and supporters rallied behind him. He leaned into the values that had fueled his dream: integrity, honesty, collaboration. He assembled a new team, people who shared his vision. He turned to crowdfunding, relying on community support rather than private investors. Slowly, his startup began to regain momentum. Meanwhile, Chuka's world crumbled. His takeover attempt failed, investors withdrew, and his reputation took a hit. He had underestimated Eli's resolve and lost everything. One afternoon, Eli received a message. "I'm sorry. Can we talk?" He hesitated. Chuka's betrayal had left scars. But something in him had shifted. He realized he wasn't fighting Chuka anymore. He was fighting for himself. They met again at the same cafe. Chuka looked hollow, his usual swagger replaced by regret. "I've lost everything," Chuka said quietly. The investors, the company, everything. I was jealous, Eli. I thought if I didn't act, I'd lose it all. But I ended up losing you, and myself. I'm sorry. Eli stared at him, emotions swelling, anger, sadness, pity. You could have come to me, Chuka. We could have built this together. Chuka nodded. I know. I don't deserve forgiveness. Eli took a long breath. I can't give you a second chance. But you can fix yourself. Start there. He walked away, lighter than he'd felt in months. He had lost a friend, but he had gained something else, clarity, strength, and the understanding that his dream was always his alone to carry.